In this video, I'm going to teach you how to make my classic chicken satay and peanut sauce, one of my favourites. Now, we actually made this dish at Seth and Jeff's place in Las Vegas. Hi! And yeah, I think it was went down well. So this is like my ultimate street food dish. Now, for the chicken satay, all we need is, I've got some chicken breast, or you could use chicken breast or chicken thigh meat for this. We're going to cut that into thin strips first of all. So cut the meat quite finely into thin strips. It's not cubes that we do actually with Malaysian chicken satay. So this is Malaysian style because I'm half Malaysian and I love my street food. I am all about yummy Asian street food. That is me. Now this is chicken thighs. Chicken thighs are actually really nice and juicy, done with chicken satay. So cut your meat up there. Now I've hurt my finger, which is why I'm chopping really weirdly. So your meat is cut. Now you could use lamb or beef with this as well. They go really nicely. Now I'm going to make the marinade, and for that I'm going to use my food processor. But if you don't have a food processor, you could use a pestle and mortar. That's how they did it back in the old days. So, but food processor, much quicker, much quicker. Now I've got some shallots. I've got 4 shallots going in. And about 3 cloves of garlic. Pop those all in. Now I just need to add a few different spices to this. So obviously I've got the recipe up on the on my blog, so do have a look there. I've got fennel seeds going in. A teaspoon of turmeric. I'm going to put some chili powder. A bit of spice, that's alright. Now I've got some ground coriander. 1, 2, 3. And also some ground cumin. So a few different spices going in there. Okay. Next is some brown sugar. If you've got palm sugar, that's great. If not, brown sugar is fine. I'm going to put about a tablespoon. Again. Brown sugar. Now we need half the juice of a lemon. Okay. A pinch of salt. There we go. And just to help it all go round, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of oil. There we go. That's good. Now, just whiz this all up. You just want it to be a really nicely ground up paste really, so keep doing it until it's all mushed up. Now about 2/3 of the marinade is going to go on top of the chicken, like so. Oh gosh, I'm going to even start crying again. Okay, and then we'll keep the rest of this marinade for later. We're going to use this in the peanut sauce. Now we'll just stir that marinade into the chicken. Oh my god, I'm actually crying. Onions always do it to me. I think even in my last chicken satay video I did this as well. Right. And I've got to try some of the tips people told me about how to stop your eyes watering when you cut onions. Okay, now you just mix that all together. Now you can leave the chicken to marinate. You can leave it to marinate for at least 2 hours, or overnight is very good as well. It'll taste much nicer the next day. So that's chicken done. Okay. Now whilst that's marinating, I'm going to show you how to make the peanut sauce. I'm going to transfer the leftover marinade into a little bowl. And I'm going to use the blender again. You don't have to wash it, which is very nice. I'm going to grind up the peanuts now in this same blender. Here are just some normal salted roasted peanuts. Put those all in. Let's blitz these together. Okay. This is noisy. Okay, I don't want them too finely ground. I still want a bit of chunk in there. A little bit more. That is good. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to heat up a little saucepan at the back. A little dash of oil going in. And I always use either peanut oil's good or sunflower oil, something like that that doesn't taste very strong. I never use olive oil in this type of cooking. Now the marinade that you saved is going into the saucepan. Leave the marinade to cook for about a minute. This just releases all the flavours, and then we can add the peanuts in. Just a couple more ingredients. I'm going to add some coconut milk to it, not much, just a little bit. Coconut milk, some brown sugar, another spoon or so, but you can make it to your own tasting really. Now also a squeeze of lime juice. It's really important to have kind of lots of different flavour profiles, which is the sweetness, the sour, which is going to be the lemon juice, some spiciness in there, and also some saltiness. So lemon juice, that goes in as well. And to finish it off, I'm going to use some dark soy sauce. There it is. I'm actually going to put a couple of squirts of some dark salty soy sauce in. Peanut sauce is done. You can leave that for whenever you're going to eat the satay. Now I'm going to start skewering the chicken satay together. I'm using bamboo sticks and I've soaked them in water. This prevents them a little bit from burning on the grill, so soak your sticks for a good few hours first. Okay. And because the chicken is quite small, we always use the thin bamboo sticks, not the big metal sticks. Now, I'm actually going to use some plastic gloves for doing this recipe, because otherwise your fingers are going to turn yellow. Yes, I've done that too many times before, so use some plastic gloves and save your fingernails from glowing yellow for like the next day. Okay. With the chicken, there is actually a special way of putting it onto the stick. It's almost like you have to thread the chicken on. So get yourself a piece of the chicken there. It goes in one end. You kind of twist it around a little bit. Make sure it goes in again. Just so that it stays on the stick really, really well. Okay. So again, we'll stick it in one end, twist. You can twist a little bit. And keep going, and you kind of just squish it together. And that's about enough on the stick. You can put maybe 2 or 3 pieces on, but normally it's quite small little pieces. The best and most authentic way to cook your chicken satay is on a barbecue over some hot coals. But I don't have my barbecue up and ready now, so I'm going to use a griddle pan, which is, it'll still taste great on a griddle pan. I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of oil onto the chicken before it goes onto the griddle pan, and that just stops it from sticking. And now make sure your pan is really nice and hot. Just get it straight on. So these are cooked. Yum. So just pop them onto your plate. Okay. Now some of the peanut sauce. Can't have it without the peanut sauce. Right. Yum. I used to love having this when I was younger. Now, I'm going to put a bit of extra chilli Right, don't have to, but add a bit more extra chilli, and there we have some of my chicken satay, and I hope you all really enjoy this recipe. Please do comment and let me know, and yeah, enjoy.